Hi guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14 children altogether. 12 of my children are still here living at home, and the ages of my children that are living at home are 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. Everyone, some people just had birthdays, so I'm like, okay, wait a minute. 9, 12, 13, 15, and 17 are my children who are under 18. So my children who are under 18, I'm going to discuss today about toys, because all the time I get questions like, but what do you do about toys? I am not a minimalist, but I think a lot like a minimalist. Like I'm not a minimalist because I like to give my kids opportunities, and I'm okay with some mess if it's being used at the moment. And I like to give them, like, we have lots of art supplies and sewing supplies. I'm sorry, I'm warm in here because in here the wood stove is going. The supplies and such that we would need for doing different arts and crafts, because I think that hands-on activities are really important for children. You're going to hear children in the background because they are eating lunch, and they're also running back and forth along the hallway that's behind me. So, but my older girls who are over 18 are also watching them. So today I'm just going to go over a little bit as far as how I organize the kids' toys and some of their activities, and I will show you that here. It looks different also. I can do this like in summertime versus wintertime, because summer and wintertime also look different as well. So recently I just moved this piece here into this part of the living room. I should have cleaned up a little bit more beforehand, but I think in a way that will kind of help you guys get an idea of mess too as far as our household goes. So I moved this in front here because I want to clean off the porch a little bit out here. You can see like there's just lots of stuff happening. We're going to be cleaning this area here out today. But I would like to be able to sit and almost have this as a window seat, because there is like the animals, and it looks really pretty when it snows and stuff out there. And this is a south-facing window. So all I do is I have a piece of fabric. Sometimes I would put a blanket over here, whatever I wanted to do. This is on top. This piece right here is what I just bought for Christmas. We wanted to allow the kids, I'm kicking a balloon out of the way. We wanted to allow the kids to be able to be more active inside. So they had been interested in gymnastics, and we bought this bar which folds down. This is in my Amazon store as well. It folds down. It's probably about, it's 18 inches wide down here at the base when it's folded. So it is just folded in here. When it comes out, there's plenty of floor space. I wanted it in this part of the living room because the ceilings in here are really high. So the bar can go up on this, can go up to about here. It goes up to my 17-year-old's chin, and he's able to, and it holds up to 330 pounds, so he can even do whatever on it. He's the biggest one in the household besides myself and my husband. So he can do whatever he wants on there, and it just comes right here in the middle of the floor. There would be a gap over the side where people could walk through, and there'd be plenty of space to be able to do flips and stuff. Now this cushion, we had two cheap Walmart futons. One of them is still in my front room, and the other one got destroyed way long ago. So there is that big cushion from the futon there. So I have it up here for now, but when we are doing this bar here, then this futon, this cushion goes right underneath as like a bounce pad underneath the bar. Okay, so let's talk about this. The kids are not allowed to go in here when they want. They need to ask for what they want out today. Today they want to dress up, so dress up is actually sitting right here in the middle of the floor, and there's some stuff over there as well. So I'm just going to discuss this section first. So in each of these we lift up, and this would be like with guidance, they would have one thing that they had out together. So there's balls. We have a ball pit and stuff that folds and stores behind our couch. And so the ball pit could come out with all these balls. This is baby doll stuff. The other girls, all the younger girls, have baby dolls. They're allowed to have a couple baby dolls on their bed upstairs. So they might want to play this stuff with those baby dolls. This right here is kitchen stuff. Here, let me see if I can get this out. So on the other side of the living room, you'll see there's a little kitchen. So this is all like, there's a crib and stuff like that. My daughter got for her 6th birthday. And so they've been enjoying that. And if they wanted to, they could take out baby doll stuff and kitchen and play like family if they wanted to do that. That's why I kind of put those two together. But they only take out one thing at a time. One thing that's really important is to, if they have too many toys, then it becomes too overwhelming for their brains, and then it becomes too overwhelming for them to clean up later. And I'm all for having like a lot of one thing so everyone can have enough to play with, but at the same time, I don't want to have a bunch of different things out where it's going to be overwhelming for younger children to clean it up. Okay, so in here, this is kind of a big smorgasbord. We have these, which I got on clearance for, I think, like $1 a kit, which had 2 in it. So that would be an activity that would need to be supervised. And the stuff for that, there's golf balls and little things down there. On the bottom of this is a bunch of cardboard blocks. I don't know if you can see them well. They're cardboard blocks, and they like to build castles and stuff with them there. This is a box. It's a copier size box, and this has all their farm equipment in it so they can play farm. So this farm here would come out if it was a farm day. That would come out, and then the farm box here would come out, and they could play farm. Underneath the farm box, we have, these are all Lincoln logs. If they wanted to, and there was some older children or middle children that wanted to do the Lincoln logs and the farm together, sometimes on really nasty days, they might want to create like these big villages, and I would be okay with that as long as they were willing to pick up both of those after they were done. Some people might have like all the Lincoln logs and make like a village, and then some might have like farms and make like a huge like old-fashioned type city type thing. So they might have both of those out, but on a general basis it would just be one or the other. And then here is these are little people, so the little people can fit and sit in here. There's different vehicles, there's different people, obviously. Oops, there they go, like that. So we have the little people. We also have, we were gifted a nativity for the little people. There's a couple little people cars down there. And then underneath the little people is Noah's Ark. That's why there was some of the animals, if you see the animals in here, some of the animals there. And then there's another nativity set. And here is a bus for the little people as well. So if they did little people for the day, they would get all of these things that I just discussed out along with the bin, and that would be little people for the day. This right here is foam blocks, which are really weird. I ended up getting them on vacation I think it was when we went to Virginia. Maybe we were in New York, something like that, but I needed something that was in a tote like that, that was different, that I could bring into hotel rooms, and that's what I did. And they actually really like building with that. So I'm going to put these things back, and then we will go into the next bin. So now we are going to go into the last bin. And we have, this is a huge hamper full of these blocks, and then there is just this here if any little kids want to use that. And then this is gears, so all the gears will spin and work together. So this whole container is a gear set. You see the gears down in there. There you go. And then this is a set. Open this up here for you. This is a set that they would stick these in and make castles and stuff. This one looks like it needs to get cut and sanded. Looks like it broke right there. So they would stick that in there. This also has the smaller ones, the Tinker Toys, all in the same type of building. Okay, so this is the Paw Patrol track that we got before. I guess it's technically actually a Rubble track instead of Paw Patrol. This was for Christmas. And so that can get built. And then on the bottom we have these medium Legos. They actually really like the medium Legos more than the big Legos, but we have a set of both of those. So that is about it for these. These can get taken, like one thing can get taken out every day. For this, in the summertime, it's actually less frequently. We usually take things out weekly instead of daily because we're outside most of the time. But this is what the first part of the toy thing is. Now, I'm going to show you the toys on the other side. My son's going to grab that for me. I'm going to show you the toys on the other side that we have. We don't have too many, but it also goes along in with some other things. But we also have upstairs in the little girl's room, they have 2 doll houses with dolls, like, I don't want to say smaller, but not like the real big doll houses, like medium doll houses with dolls. And so they have doll houses upstairs in their room. I'm not going to show you that, but they do have 2 doll houses in their room. They're also allowed to have a couple stuffed animals and or baby dolls or whatever. It's kind of like 5 things are allowed on their beds. So I try to keep it less than that. If they're not using it, then I ask that they would reevaluate what they have in their rooms and decide from there what they want to do. So these bins up here, I'm trying to look because I'm missing a bin. There it is. I was just reorganizing last night, so I was trying to see what we had and what we didn't have over here. I have laundry that I need to do, so you're going to see where my laundry goes. Okay, so this here is, let me see, there we go. Up here are books that my middle kids are working on or working through. I would not really like them there, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of shelf space, so until I reevaluate that, they are there. Puzzles, all different shapes and sizes. This Noah's Ark is fun. It's like a puzzle Noah's Ark. And then this thing is fun, but it is missing pieces. These do not belong with it. I'll put those on top of my Bible. So different things in here. So these are different alternative bins. So normally up here I have a bunch of, I think 4 altogether baskets. People must be working on things right now. And those are for the middle kids who are working on projects. So say we are reading or something, they could take that down and it would be like crochet, embroidery, knitting, cross stitch, whatever project they're working on that they can sit and do quietly while I'm reading would be up in those bins. That's their space for their stuff. So that is what they're working on. Really not painting, because most of the time that would be separate if we were in the dining room, so they could take that out if we were in the dining room. But if we're in the back room here, then they would be taking their things out so they could keep their hands busy while we were reading. Okay, so other things on the shelf are, these are a huge hit. These are magnetic blocks, magnetics, I don't know what you call them. They can be quite expensive. So anytime I see any at thrift stores, I just will grab them anyway. I think my mother had gotten these at a thrift store. These are not really a huge hit, but I'll take them out occasionally. I might end up changing that for something else. if I see something at a thrift store that the kids really like. That's something that I really need to be aware of, is even if I think it's a great toy and it's an open-ended toy, an open-ended toy is something that they can use in various ways with their imagination to create their own little world. So like blocks or Legos or something are open-ended toys because you're going to build that and then they can use it in any way to create different things. So most of our toys are fairly open-ended. So if I find another open-ended toy that I think that they might enjoy better, then I would change that out and donate that and then get something else usually used from the thrift store. Okay, so these are, I'll just take this out. Might be easier for you guys to see if I do this. These the kids made. They have been well loved. We needle felted or wet felted these snakes, which was a really fun activity. So they are currently in this bin. They had fun doing that. And then these are all plastic animals, and these are really nice because they want to play with those with lots of different things. Sometimes maybe they want to take like a Lincoln log set out and then they'll build something with Lincoln logs, and they'll just build like little zoos just with the Lincoln logs and then the animals. However they want to do it, that would be okay. They just have to ask ahead of time, like if they wanted to take the two out. We have a bunch of cars in here, and I'll show you in a minute what those kind of go to, but those can also be open-ended and they can drive wherever they want to drive. Let's see. Oh, these. Okay, these are not Mom's favorite, but these tend to really be favorites of my little kids. They are just little animals. And I think that they're not very, like, you can't really tell what some of these are, but the kids love playing with these little stuffed animals. So, bunny, I don't know, just a bunch of little animals that we have gotten that they enjoy playing with. Let's see, let's go in this one next. This is more of outside and activity bin. This is a huge parachute, and sometimes we would play with the parachute just doing different like color games, or we might use that to just play different games. We have four jump ropes here. These are jump ropes that I allow in the house, and they would need to go into the bigger section of the living room that doesn't have the roof so low. And then there's musical instruments underneath all of that. So that would be another bin. Let's see. This bin here has various things in it. These are like stacking cups, and then we have some magnet letters that I got at a thrift store. Those will go all on these things right here. We have two of those. This is, sometimes I'll actually bring this one in someplace because it can kind of be addictive for some kids to figure out how that's actually working. So there's that. I find, oddly enough, I almost got rid of these, but my kids really enjoy these. So these pegs go into this foam board, and then you can either stack them or you can move them around. And I find that they tend to play all different types of games with those, whether it's matching colors, matching shapes, seeing how tall it can go. Oh, here's a block that doesn't belong in here. So we're going to put that one away in here. These are a bunch of links that they link and unlink, and then some open-ended blocks that they can stack and do whatever they want to with those. So over here is just more small toys. And then this one. This is this bag. I made this bag and it was probably like a third of the size, and I made it probably like 10 years ago. It used to be for like their kitchen shopping bag. Now it's like a huge bag. So this is like a lacing activity with wooden blocks. We've had this one for a long time too. And this is just a sorting shape one. I crocheted this thing on the bottom, so it is, it's really weird because this gets used for so many different things, and I crocheted this years ago for Christmas. So they could match like colors of the balls. They're nesting so they can fit inside one of another. They also will wear these as little like beanie hats and pretend they're different people. So they find very creative ways to use those. And here, I guess I will tape this. This set has been very well loved. It's just cardboard stacking numbers, and it has like these wooden people in it, wooden animals in it to go with it. But this is really a favorite, and they make little farm sets, and there's so many ways to play with it, and they love it. So I'll probably use some more tape just to make it last a little bit longer, because it is well loved. Let's see, this right here was a kit that I bought for somebody's birthday, and it has all different types of flowers. So you build like flower gardens, and this would be like where you would stick the stems in here. And it does have all the pieces, like it has the leaves, has all the parts and pieces of flowers, so you can build like little flower villages. This is not a favorite, but they will play it, especially if they haven't played it for a while. And then we have dominoes, which they love to play dominoes. They stack them up and push them down and match the people and all that type of stuff. I actually want to get a huge big domino set for them, because they do really enjoy them. And they were playing, this is part of dress up, all this doctor stuff is part of dress up. They were playing that this morning before they went to eat. And these stuffed animals, so my daughter, oh my goodness, aren't these so cute? My daughter made the two youngest kids these giraffes. See if I can get back. Those giraffes. So they were actually playing doctor with the dress up stuff. They're playing doctor with those stuffed animals here. See, this poor little bear is sick. Poor bear. I have a bunch of laundry here, so during nap time today, I will take this laundry and sort through that and put that away real quick. Over here are the little kids' books on the bottom two shelves, board books, and then a little bit older kid books. And then we do have, I have this little bike, and these are things that normally would be outside. And then this little moose, and those are kind of play-on toys for in the house currently. And then I bought this track for $10 at a thrift store. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but we bought that. And that's what, I'll take the cars down. We'll put this in the middle of the floor, and they will have fun doing that. And then we have the kitchen set here. Remember, we have the kitchen over in the other side. And this is just various toys that they got for Christmas that they are wanting to play with. So Peppa Pig, my mother had gotten the younger kids those, and then I bought the Mr. Potato Heads. These are just small toys that they had gotten. Yeah, so basically toy section. We keep all of these yarns here. We have so many kids wanting to do so many activities all the time. We have those there. Yeah, and we like to leave lots of open space. So that is our toys. Two people just took a bath, can you tell? And then somebody was reading a book. So, and those are pot holders for the kitchen set. So that is it. That is all our toys, literally. My boys have Legos, like tiny Legos in their room, but that's the only thing they have in their room. Girls, older girls, they have like stuff but not toys in their room. So that is all our toys, and the way I organize it is they can have a toy out a day, and then the rest of the time it's different activities, whether it's like stuff at the tabletop, whether it's school type stuff, whether it's going outside, whether it's doing the bar, whatever it is, it's not toys. Helping cook. There's so many things. I think that homesteading actually gives a really good opportunity to do lots of different things, and that's one blessing about being on a homestead, is there's always opportunities to learn new things. I did move this white thing. It used to be over on the other side under there. And I just moved this last night because I love the amount of light that's coming in here. I moved all the couches over there so there would be more room for this to be set up and more room for gymnastics, which is kind of like the focus that's been going on right now. So I wanted this room that has the high ceilings to be able to be more active. And then the light pouring in is really good for your mental health and stuff. So to be able to sit here and look out there, I think it's just going to help our mental health throughout the winter. So if you have any other questions about toys or how I organize any other things, please just let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.